Given to the affliction that had been forced upon them, going all the way back to slavery. Determined to end segregation and discrimination, you can always hear these words at an MLK rally during the Civil Rights Movement. Oh, freedom.
Happy New Year. I was born in 1971. My mother was born in 1950. Her father and mother were born in 1901 and 1905, respectively. As I sit and listen to the offerings of the a cappella choir, reminds me of stories that I heard from my grandmother and grandfather and my mother about what this world was then and what hope and what grace meant to them. And I think about how so far removed we are from the cries and the sorrows of those hymns. And I want you to think about that. I want you to think that I can count. I know people my mother was spat upon for going to work. My grandfather, grandmothers could not walk freely. Watched members of their families have rights exercised upon them that they couldn't even imagine. I want you to think about how far we've come. And I want you to think about one person. And while there is one that we exclaim and move with joy about, there were many unsung heroes, men and women. Many of you who may know some, white, black, brown, Asian. This country is amazing because of the people that understand that this fledgling country is founded on a democracy that is real and on its very face is good. What we have to protect ourselves are from people who mean no good. I welcome you today to what is a reflective and celebratory chapel session. We are on the heels of MLK's birthday and the inauguration of our 47th President of the United States of America. I want to be very clear as a Marine that it matters not who is in the office. We pledge an allegiance to the Constitution and all duties, ranks, appertaining, respect, and all of that good stuff goes to who sits in the office. And so regardless of your political ideology, how you voted, who you voted for, the President of the United States of America is Donald J. Trump. I'm not telling you how to feel, but as a student here at Wiley, we will govern ourselves with the respect that is due to the office of that elected official and any other. I hope that you are, before I get into my brief remarks, that you are cognizant of what has happened since 12:01 yesterday and all of the executive orders that have been signed that are in law today. If you are of the LGBTQIA+ community, life is about to be different for you. If you are transitioning, nothing is funny. If you are transitioning, you need to understand outside these hallowed grounds that the United States of America only recognizes a male who was born a male and a female who was born a female. You need to be cognizant that drug prescriptions for the elderly on Medicaid and Medicare have been rolled back, no longer. You need to be cognizant that if a pandemic hits today, as it did 4 years ago, where we lost 1 million souls, that there is no committee. You need to be clear that Asian, Latino, African American, equal opportunity groups have been disbanded. You need to be clear that there is no such thing as diversity, equity, and inclusion. You need to be clear that small business for African Americans and Asian and Pacific Islanders and Black and Browns, those opportunities are gone. You need to be clear about the many other executive orders that will be the lay of the land that will impact you and your families, me and my families, and the rest of this contiguous United States of America. You need to be acutely aware of it. And you also need to understand that we are in a state that will probably one-up whatever the federal government decides to do. This has nothing to do with anything other than information. I don't care who you voted for or who you didn't vote for. My job is to make sure that you understand the law. And the law is changing, folks. Be very clear. The law is changing. As we begin another step in your academic journey, I invite you to join me embracing in a vision that transcends mere excellence. Rather, let's gift ourselves with something greater than excellence. We deserve the best plus some, right? So let us commit to exceptionalism. The poet Mary Oliver wrote a wonderful poem entitled One Summer Day, where she asked the question, a very powerful question: what is it that you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? What is it that you plan to do with the one wild and precious life that you have? On the heels of to one of America's greatest servants, who was also designated as public enemy number one by the very government that has given him a federal holiday. Dr. King acknowledged us and reminded us to rebuke the spirit of mediocrity. In a world that often settles for the status quo, let us dare to rise above, pushing the boundaries of our potential and striving for greatness in all that we do. And inspired by his words, we must recognize the necessity of diverse opinions and perspectives. It is through this diversity that we find the strength to innovate and grow. Let us celebrate our differences, for they are the threads that weave this very rich tapestry of thought, a tapestry of creativity. Embrace the beauty in debate. After all, we are the home of the great debaters. The power in dialogue and the strength in unity that arises from our varied backgrounds and beliefs. As we strive to embody the principles laid out by John Wesley, to do all the good you can by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, and in all the times you can, and to all the people you can, for as long as you can, do those things in love with God. Let us remember that our journey is not a straight path. We're an institution that aspires to uphold these values, yet we also must acknowledge that there will be moments when we falter, but falling short does not define us. What matters is our commitment to rise again, to renew our efforts, and to recommit to our shared purpose each and every day. In the spirit of Dr. King, let us drive by a relentless pursuit of justice. Let us be driven by a relentless pursuit of justice, equality, and compassion. Let us lift one another, encourage each other to aim higher, and motivate ourselves to become the best versions of who we can be. Together, we can create an environment where exceptionalism is not just an aspiration, but a reality. And as we move forward, hold fast to your dreams, challenge your friends, challenge your norms, and inspire those around you. Remember, the strength of our community lies in the collective, and the collective drives the resolve to make a difference. Let us rise up with courage in our hearts and a vision for a brighter future, knowing that each step we take is a step towards greatness. Together we will and can make an extraordinary effort in doing our part every day, as those who have come before us have done for 150 plus years. Today we've set to intentionally amplify the excellence that you have demonstrated. pausing parenthetically here, the grade report suggests that over 400 of you finished with a 3.0 or higher last year. That's a big deal. I would say what Biden said about big deals, but I can't do that anymore. I'm trying to stop cursing. Pray for me. But you should also note that extremely intelligent folks oftentimes use those words. So it's science. I'm sorry, I didn't write it. I'm just telling you what the people said. Together we can and will. Congratulations to those of you who put in solid work. And for those of you who fell short, didn't quite get there, there's still hope and time. What do you want for yourself is a question that we must grapple with daily. I hope you choose exceptionalism for yourself. You deserve it. With hope and determination, go forth inspired. Sorry about that. Okay, now is the time for us to do some fun stuff. In celebration of our scholars, debaters, activists, vocalists, leaders, and athletes, today we are going to recognize those of you who have who've exercised and demonstrated their academic excellence. For the semester, they have achieved the rank of a 3.0 GPA or higher. And this academic excellence is at the core of the bold and audacious vision. These are the names above, and we acknowledge the 3.0 to 3.5 GPA students. Please stand. Go back, go back. Oh, they're not here? Okay. If you'd like to stand and be acknowledged, you may do so. Those who have a 3.1, please stand. Acknowledge those. Next slide. Those who have a 3.2 and 3.4 GPA, you see your name, please stand. Those with a 3.5 and 3.75, please stand. Drum roll. Those who have a 4.0. Oh, a 3.8, 3.75, 3.78. Those please stand. And finally, the 4.0s. I see you over there. I do want y'all to take note that there are some, I do want you all to take note that there were some old people that stood up who are actually working and going to school that are on that 4.0. At this time, I'd like to invite the SGA president up to go down the list, and there are other categories that we'd like to acknowledge.
Greetings. I am Rikus Browder, your 2024-2025 SGA President. The opportunity to serve at Wiley University is a time-honored tradition. Students who devote time to extracurricular activities as leaders and maintain outstanding academic performance are who we celebrate today. I am honored to acknowledge. When I call your name, please stand. SGA, Ms. Jean-Marie Farina, 4.0 GPA. Debate, Ms. Reality Edwards, 3.71 GPA. Choir, Anaya Clark, 3.94 GPA. Royal Court, Ms. Jasmine Howard, 3.44 GPA. SUAB, Ms. Janae Pratt, 3.92 GPA. Community Assistance, Mr. Jacob Perez, 3.89 GPA. Band, Mr. Maya Livingston, 3.76 GPA. Human Sweat Scholars, Ms. Jada McDonough, Ms. Kennedy Smith, 3.8 GPA.
Good morning. At this time, I would like to recognize the highest GPA fraternities and sororities. Will all members stand as I call your organization? Would the members of the Alpha Sigma chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated please stand? Congratulations to the Alpha Sigma chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. They have achieved the highest average GPA among all fraternities on campus. Would the members of the Theta chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated please stand? Congratulations to the Theta chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. They have achieved the highest average grade point average among all sororities on campus. Congratulations.
Greetings. To the affinity groups with the highest GPA, will the members of the 2024 Wiley University Marching Grandioso please stand? Congratulations to the Congratulations to the Wiley University Marching Grandioso band members for being the university affinity group with the highest GPA.
Good morning. The organization with the highest overall GPA as a group in the 2024-2025, that group is the Student Government Association. Will you please stand? Congratulations to SGA for being the student organization with the highest average GPA among other student campus organizations. Today, we honor a young woman who, through her dedication to education, her commitment to service, and her embodiment of the values we hold dear, she has earned a prestigious title. Will Ginger Straughter and Janae Pratt please join me? Please join me in welcoming, here you go, sorry. Please join me in welcoming Miss Ginger Straughter, an early childhood education major from Houston, Texas, as we celebrate her official crowning as Miss UNCF Wiley 2025. She is being crowned by the Miss National UNCF 2024, Miss Janae Pratt. Let this crown symbolize her dedication to making a difference. Miss Ginger Straughter, we are proud to have you represent Wiley University as Miss UNCF 2025. Let's give her another round of applause.
Greetings. With the emerging scholars in good standing, if you see your name on the board, please stand. I am proud to celebrate these students. I ask y'all to give them a round of applause because they are in academic good standing. They worked very hard to get in academic good standing. So please celebrate them once again.
Good morning. Now we would like to recognize faculty and staff for their accolades. We first want to recognize the historic 2024 cohort of our Wiley Graduate School program. Please stand. Thank you. We next want to recognize Ms. Elizabeth Bradshaw. She was the 2025 HEB Texas Library Association Conference Scholarship recipient. She was a presenter for the Beyond the Stacks, How Diverse Librarians Can Amplify Diverse Voices in Comics, annual BIPOC Pop Conference, the Griot Journal of the Southern Conference on African American Studies Incorporated, Interpolation and the Ideological State Apparatus in Octavia Butler's Dawn, Ms. Elizabeth Bradshaw. We also have Ms. Dana Fergans and Mrs. Michelle Edwards. They will assist Wiley University as leads in the CIC NetView grant effort, reframing the institutional saga. Please stand. We next have Dr. Joanne Scales, Woodlawn High School Back to School keynote speaker, Old School Meets New School. She was also a panel facilitator with the theme, The Necessity of a Cultural Village. Congratulations to Dr. Scales. Next, we'd like to recognize Mr. Curl Nathaniel. He was appointed to the Marshall-Harrison County Literacy Council Board. And finally, we want to recognize Mr. Charles Cornish III. He was unanimously elected to serve as the Marshall Symphony Orchestra Board President for the 24-25 season. He is the first person of color to hold this position. Congratulations to you all.
And to the team with the highest GPA. Matter of fact, Coach gave me the full list, so I'll read them all. Because these grades are really, really phenomenal. But the team with the highest GPA is volleyball, with the 3.69 GPA. So to all the volleyball players, thank you. But just let me read this list real quick. Everybody doesn't get a chance to stand up at volleyball. You do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Real quick. Women's basketball, 3.4. Men's soccer, 3.4. Women's track and field, 3.4. Women's cross country, 3.3. Women's soccer, 3.3. Men's basketball, 3.2. Men's cross country, 3.2. Baseball, 3.1. And track and field pulling up from there. So thank you all for your hard work.
Good morning. Want to give out some history real quick regarding our GCAC 2024 Baseball Conference Champs. Last spring, our Wiley University baseball team made history. It captured the 2024 Gulf Coast Athletic Conference regular season title with an 18-3 record. It won 6 of the 7 series with sweeps and 5. It was the program's first conference title since three-peating the Interregional Athletic Conference in 81, 82, and 83. Head coach Kendrick Biggs was named GCAC Coach of the Year. And recently, he was inducted in the Hall of Fame of Coaches as well. Starting pitcher Keon Giller was named GCAC Pitcher and Freshman of the Year and was selected to All-Conference First Team. Third baseman Ryan Reddy earned GCAC Newcomer of the Year. Second team, All-GCAC and All-Tournament Team. First baseman Ivan DeVier. Second team baseman Amir Mason and outfielder Juan Carlos Javier earned All-GCAC First Team. Catcher Brendan Mendoza earned All-GAC Second Team. The Wildcats went on to finish runner-up in the GCA tournament and earned their second straight berth to the Black College World Series. Well, congratulations, guys. Players, if you'll stand up to receive your rings. No. Oh, okay. Yeah, Jake.
I have a couple of other rings that I want to give to a couple of people that played a vital role in our travel, making sure we got to where we needed to be, just helping us all we can. First, to our leader, Dr. Felton, I want to present you with this ring. Next, Dr. Bradley. I think she's just here in front. Okay, she's working as always. Next, Mr. Steele. And I don't know if she's here, but last to the lady that gets on my nerves for always calling her at the last minute about eligibility to sign something, that's Miss Minnie Murray, our athletic FAR.
I think there's a cake in celebration of the festive occasion that will be available in the lobby for your consumption. Chocolate? Mm. I know that there were also some outstanding efforts in track and field. I believe we had some singular, Coach Connor, did we have some individuals that had individual accomplishments? Before we move on with the alma mater and benediction, is there any other athletic or academic accomplishments from individuals that we may have inadvertently left off? Yes. I heard that. Hey, Coach, I think you need to get your athletic director straight over there for leaving them off. Gotcha. I'm sorry? Newcomer of the year, where you at? Okay, I think as we close, I think what hopefully you all captured was the sheer excitement that you have for each other, and those are qualities and characteristics that are emblematic of a family. And I hope that we can continue to strive, break barriers, and continue to move in a way that dictates that we are intentional about the accolades that we're receiving, and more importantly, that it is no surprise. It won't be a surprise if we prepare for this idea and this notion of exceptionalism. So I ask that you now stand. Please do not leave until the benediction that will be offered by our Dean of Chapel, Dean Duffy. Thank you.
Let us remain standing for the benediction with every head bowed, every eye closed. We thank you, O God, for what our eyes have seen, for what our ears have heard, and for what our hearts have felt. We thank you for this day of celebration, for the gift of our president, dear God, and for the opportunity to commemorate the accolades of our community. And now I said to the one who stood at the gate, give me a light that I might go out into the darkness, out into the unknown. And the one replied to me and said, go out into the darkness, go out into the unknown. But put your hand in the hand of God, and God will be for you better than light and much safer than a known way. May God bless and keep you. May God's face shine upon you now and grant you peace. Go forth inspired.